Yeah, and here's something I just thought of. I was talking to someone the other day about the debt. The neo-Nazis, the direct descendants, political descendants of the Nazi Party, the Fascist Party of Germany and Italy, and the I don't know what you call it. You want to call it communist? I don't think that's a proper term, but the tyranny in the Soviet Union, the direct descendant of those three tyrannies, the Soviet Union, Nazi Germany, and Fascist Italy, the GOP pundits keep telling the American people that the reason America is in debt is because of welfare queens. All these people who are too lazy to go out and get a job, and they're just sucking off of the government. Well, let me explain something to you neo-Nazi, Hitlerian, Mussolini, Stalinist, fascist pigs out there. The welfare queens have nothing to do with the debt in America. The reason America is in debt, one reason only. It's a three-letter word that begins with a W and ends with an R. And the vowel that's in the middle is an A. It's called war. Illegal wars of aggression by the GOP is the only reason America is in debt. Now, not all the wars were started under GOP supervision or administrations. Of course, World War II was under that fascist pig, what's that fascist pig FDR's name, Roosevelt? Yeah, that fascist pig, Roosevelt. World War I was under that fascist pig Wilson's tenure. And Vietnam was under the tenure of President Kennedy, and then the fascist pig Johnson, who escalated it after he, Johnson, conspired with the CIA and the Joint Chiefs of Staffs to murder President Kennedy. But the recent wars have been started by the GOP fascist pigs, Bush 1, Bush 2, and those are the wars that have caused America to go deep into debt. World War II drove us about $140 billion into debt. The Vietnam, I forget the exact figures, it was several hundred billion. The first Gulf War, a few $100 billion, but the Afghan and Iraq wars of Bush II, over $1 trillion. I think it's closer to $2 trillion. And all the interest that's been racked up during the last, 60 years since World War II, and then there's the debt from World War I. In my book, Big Brother is Watching You, I showed that just from 1980, the interest that the American people have paid to the Federal Reserve criminal conspiracy, gangster terrorist syndicate, has been over $7 trillion. Just the interest alone. Go ahead, Saeed.
Right. The war continues to plunge America deeper, just like Ron had pointed out. And the likelihood, well, there's also another thing that also puts the country into debt is this constant fixation on pouring in more and more money into futile attempts to rectify society. Well, I mean, war is obviously a major cause of that, but also I'm talking about all these phony flus that have been created by Big Brother. There was actually, I was looking at an article. I had to bear with